Oh boy, kids, this isn't looking good. You might want to put on your foul weather gear. And slowly he walked. Is that your foul weather gear? What are you wearing today? Oh my goodness. Did you see? Who's that? Who's that? We love you even more now, Steve. Come on. You want to go out the door? T-Rex and I are going out the door because that's what we do. Out the door, weather and more. Do you go? You gonna go? Come on. Come on, Rex. No. This way. You have to go. Come on. 55 degrees. Yeah, it's a little drippy. 29.88. That's not that low of a barometer, and it's rising at 9:30. What are we doing up so late? Rex, come on. Let's go. We're going out. You gotta go. Gotta go. It's our job. It's where we take care of business out here. Rain or shine, out the door, weather and more. Look, they're all out there. They're fishing and they're working, and the wind is blowing from the northeast. We call it a high barometer nor'easter. Glorified wave on a warm front. Let's check the circulation at 9 o'clock this morning. Here in eastern Massachusetts, there's the wind gusting past 20 miles. That's 27 knots from the northeast. And then on Cape Cod, it's from the south at just 5 to 10 miles an hour. There's actually the center of a sort of either glorified wave on a warm front or a full-blown little cyclone. Full-blown little, yeah. Over the Cape Cod Canal this morning. Center of low pressure. And it does have a closed isobar. This is the World Weather Prediction Center map showing just a 10-10 low right over the canal. And from space, it just looks amazing this morning. You have, this is the view from 21,000 miles, and that's a real thick, beautiful cloud, isn't it? And you can see the clearing is near New York City, but that clearing is slow to advance. Near New York City, River Ledge, New Jersey, picked up 3.39 inches of rain late yesterday, last night. 2.3 inches near Hartford. I think that's Windsor. 1 point something 4 around Northampton. And how are we doing here in the rainfall department? This reminds me a little bit of 2 weeks ago today when we had that tropical infusion, that thing I was calling the not a tropical storm. And we're only about 3/4 of the way through our rainfall here in the Weymouth area. It didn't even start till about 4 a.m. 0.7 inches and climbing. And, oh, the peony, they're getting bent down. They're preserving themselves. Peony, I forgot to show them yesterday. They'll be in the end more. And this storm is not quite done with us. It's only going to slowly pull out. And because it's not racing to the northeast, it's only kind of sliding to the east. When these things don't get north of your latitude, the rain doesn't shut right off, or in some cases, a lot of cases, it's snow. And did I show the radar yet? Speaking of snow, you have to apply the lean cold rule with this weather system. That is, you wring out a lot of moisture where the colder air is, and so we didn't really expect this much rain north of Boston. That's because colder air holds less vapor than warmer air, so that's why you get heavier rain. And if it were snow, we really would have blown the snow forecast to the north and west of this system. But anyhow, let's go to the HRR and watch the system only slowly decay. And showers are lingering here, just about to sunset in eastern New England. Now, you didn't really get that heavier rain right along the coast to, again, away from the center. Up in the colder air, we had more rain, but there are still some pretty good downpours left over Newport, Rhode Island, and Cape Cod. You may pick up a little more. Oh, here comes Steve. Hi, Steve. Look at him. What happened to you? Summer cut. Natty dreads are gone. But he's out in the rain. T-Rex is hiding inside the house. There you go. Steve, apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So surf is up. This is yesterday. I don't know where it comes from, but National Seashore always seems to have surf. Weir and Monique and Joe and Diana out there yesterday. Weir riding. Looks like some waist to shoulder high. Good job. He said it was first top 10 beach day of the year. And that's going to come back only slowly. All right, so let's get to what happens after today's wetness. We have high pressure with fairly chilly air coming at us tonight. Clears out. Low temperature, may be a few spots in the 30s overnight tonight. And as the high gradually moves to the south, our wind will come around, a little bit from the northwest today, and then north and west tomorrow, and then coming around from the southwest on Saturday. So it's an unstable atmosphere, very cold air up in the sky. So we'll have those instability clouds developing each afternoon, especially away from the beaches. So if you can handle 60s and water temperature in the 60s, I'd call it marginal beach weather here coming in. Props for the Euro. The Euro actually had this heavy rain in southern New England in its forecast from 8 or 9 days ago, but it also had the storm stalling and keeping the rain coming here on Friday into Saturday. So it did well with the at least heavy rain today from way back. I always badmouth the 8-day forecast. So let's get to it. How does it look after the weekend? It's not an easy forecast at all. I think the front that's coming across the middle of the nation right now, it's going to get into the Ohio Valley, Pennsylvania. Still looking fairly robust Saturday night, Sunday morning. And then it kind of falls apart right over New England. So even though the rain is mostly done with that front as it gets into New England on Sunday, I think we'll have a lot of clouds and at least maybe a few sprinkles. And then that front kind of decays here. Now, you see the 564 and the 570 thickness coming at us. So that indicates a warm-up in most levels of the atmosphere. But also, watch this, slow it down, even stop it here, late Tuesday. You have a high-pressure system to your east late Tuesday and a low over the Great Lakes. And that it means we're in a warm air mass, but the low-level flow could be from the east and the southeast. And so that would keep us a little cooler and probably dry, but there'll be a lot of clouds around. Kind of a funky front stuck here next Tuesday, Wednesday. All right, now let's put it back into motion. And then as the another low strengthens well up into western Ontario, there's going to be a powerful cold front sweeping across the Great Lakes and toward New England. Next Thursday, we probably break back into the warm air, and if the sun were out, we'd probably go into the 80s. But I think there's a lot of clouds with that one, and then the showers and thunderstorms in the forecast for next Friday. So we're on this rhythm of Thursday, Friday storms, and for the most part for the last 6 weeks, and it looks like it could continue next week. And then into the weekend, it would look like another cooler air mass, upper level low, and cooler air mass trying to come at us next weekend. So nothing huge that we can hang our hat on there. It looks like the next significant storm after today potentially would be a week from today, tonight, into a week from tomorrow. So it's kind of seasonable May weather coming at us. Did a lot of mowing yesterday. Steve says, I've had enough. See you later. Going in. Okay, I get it. And so I'll leave you with the end more. It was a pretty day, really interesting with the sea breeze effect and the clouds to the west and a tanker going by, and maybe I chased a bird a little bit out in the front yard. Talk to you tomorrow. All right, one more. They're both still tied up. You're both still tied up. You know that, right? Yeah, of course they know that. They're probably not too happy about it. Although Rex was able to take his outdoor leash right onto the couch. A pretty smart T-Rex. And Steve, I'll undo you. It's a lot easier to deal with your leash now. And we'll have you really in the end more how happy you were to be going in the car for a ride. You want to be undone too? I am soaked. I am soaked. Okay. Tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Yeah, Rex. Pretty day for some of us, but not all of us. What's up? Steve, you want to get a haircut? That's okay, we're going to get one now. That last tulip. And a baby sparrow. They're singing up a storm. I hear the babies. I haven't been able to find their nest yet, but I haven't worked too hard on it. Get out of the road, will you? I can't find the nest. Maybe it's not in there. All right, it's, I don't know, approaching 11 o'clock. We've got some instability cumulus developing. We've got all kinds of different reasons to make clouds today. What are you guys up to? What are you doing down there? Securing some more moorings? Not that many boats in yet, but they're gonna be populating pretty quickly. All right, let's come over here and make a time lapse of the tanker coming in and also see how the clouds are moving. I'm kind of curious as to which direction they're going, actually. The wind has come around. Let's widen this out and get the flag in there. The wind has come around now from the east, whereas this morning it was from the west-southwest, right? Partially because of a sea breeze, partially because of low pressure developing off to our southwest. All right, let's do a time lapse. Steady, steady, Tim, steady. Go. Great Eastern coming through. Pretty low tide, too. These things draw about 30 feet, and I think our channel is maybe 60 feet deep, right out there. Looks so big when compared to just how close to shore it is. The guys in the mooring boat. Excuse us, Mr. Crow. Can you get out of the way? I was here first. Once they disappear around that corner, I'm not sure whether they're going underneath the Four River Bridge or up the Town River and towards Quincy. Could chase them, but I got things to do. Like watch these clouds. How pretty are these clouds? They're bubbling up nicely. Come on, focus. So if you look off to the east over the ocean, it's total blue sky. So we have subsidence over the ocean. Now the guidance indicated that showers were going to be developing right over Hull as the sun goes down. So there's another very subtle front coming in from the north, the wave from the south, and also orographic effect. That is the sinking air with the cooler air, more dense over the ocean, and then where the land heats up, it's rising air, less dense, and that creates a low pressure system over the land, a high pressure system over the water. Wind is air moving from high to low, and that creates that circulation that makes these updraft clouds. And they're just going to be building and building. And we have more than just this for time lapse. My camera behind me also does time lapse. It's fun watching this thing zigzag. You guys are very entertaining. Thanks for being there. Oh yeah, did I mention the peony are in bloom all of a sudden? Let's go down and get a closer look at them. What do you see, Rex? You just want to get a little sunshine? We've got less sunshine than we did before, but it's still sinking air over the water, and they're building up over there near Hull. And there's a thicker cloud over Quincy. I don't see any precipitation yet. And there's a tugboat I do not recognize, blue and white. That's pretty cool looking. Oh, we haven't gone down to see the flowers yet. Just missed the rabbit. We gotta get him. He's eating everything. I forgot to check the rain gauge over the weekend. A couple rains. 0.55, always something in the gauge. And how about these peony? Popping peony, along with the popping cumulus cloud. Love them. Season's so short. We've got a ton of peony already. Then you get some wild berries. What are those, blackberries? Hydrangea's looking good. It's gonna be the best hydrangea year. This one I've brought back from virtually the grave over the last 6 years, 7 years since we've been here. And there go the tugs that just escorted the tanker in. That is a beautiful bottom of a thickening cumulus cloud, updraft. The warmer air here over the land in the 70s, the cooler air coming in from over the ocean in the 60s, meeting right over this field and going up. 2 o'clock. 5:30 update. No sign of a rain shower, and the air is still, but Logan Air Report is reporting southeast at 10 miles per hour, so kind of close on that forecast. Mitt's out. What are you looking at, Mitt? Oh, this one? That's your brother Steve. Not blood brother, just he got out, and the first thing he did was run down here and grab a rabbit by the neck. And then I grabbed him by the neck, and the rabbit got free. As much as I would love to see the rabbit population reduced, I can't witness carnage on my watch. But they've pretty much destroyed all my lettuce and peas, which they liked dill. Most of what you're looking at is dill. How's the wind out there, Kevin? I think it's southeast at 10. Great lighting for a moment. Clouds are getting thicker. The planes are taking off toward the east now. So that means that the air is coming in from the east. And we've got a little moment of sunshine and peony season in all its glory for all of a week, right? And I'm trying to thin out the dill, which is a real challenge, and find whatever is good that's left. Good, 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 bad. And Steve, where you going? You Maine Coon with a lion cut. Come on, Steve, this way. Yeah. Look at you. T-Rex barely recognized you. Oh yeah, Lori, I forgot to tell you about the pruning of the Montauk daisies. So these buds don't form for another little while. And Ron Simon told me, prune them around the 4th of July, several inches off. So something like that, around the 4th of July. These Montauks, they bloom in September. Those are your fall bloom. I see some spinnakers. Who won? Just past 8 o'clock, just as the sun goes down, there is a little precipitation showing up, coming out of that cloud right over there. See those gray streaks heading down. First raindrops. Every time you think you're done, it reels you back in, doesn't it, T-Rex? Looks like there may be some raindrops coming down right as the sun goes down. Looking over towards Newton Islands. Some showers. Right at sunset, 8:13. Gorgeous. No, that's it for real. Good night, everybody.